Hi everyone, this is a comment about some of the homework questions you might come across when you're learning about functions and compositions of functions. In an example like this one, we're given a function f of x equals 2x squared, and we're asked for the composition f of x plus delta x minus f of x divided by delta x. So that symbol there delta x is an important symbol in mathematics, but it's not a necessary one at this moment. What I would invite you to do whenever you see notation like this inside this course, you could replace it with the following. Find f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So let h equal delta x. It's just easier to write. So we're going to follow the instructions just using different letters. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do it in several steps. I'm going to find each ingredient. So we're given f of x. We want to find f of x plus h. Whatever you put in the brackets that a function is being evaluated at, what that means is to replace all the x's by that. If it was a 7, we would have 2 times 7 squared. So 2 times 49. If it was an a, we would have 2 times a squared. But it's an x plus h, so it's going to be 2 times x plus h all squared. That can be simplified. 2 times x plus h times x plus h, which we can FOIL as x squared plus xh plus another xh, so 2xh plus h squared, and then we can multiply the 2 through that, so 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared. Now what we'll do is we'll take those ingredients and plug them into the expression. F of x plus h minus f of x all over h, that's our goal. So I'm going to replace the f of x plus h with what I have down below. 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus f of x, so minus 2x squared all over h. Okay, next step is we simplify. We look for like terms. We do have a like term. We have a 2x squared and a minus 2x squared, and they actually destroy each other. Okay, next step is I'm just going to rewrite what we have, 4xh plus 2h squared over h. What we can do next is we can cancel. Now, you're going to be tempted to cancel in bad ways, especially when you're not paying attention, if you're just trying to go fast. So I'll show you how to cancel properly. The way to cancel properly is to begin your cancellation process by factoring, by common factoring. So I'm going to common factor the top, but I'm going to common factor out. Even though I can common factor a 2h out of the top, I'm going to common factor just an h out for strategic reasons. So h times 4x plus 2h is what's left over after I common factor an h from the top, all divided by h. Now I can cancel the h top and bottom. For h not equal to 0, okay, so I'll just tack that on. That's going to be 4x plus h, plus 2h, sorry, plus 2h. That's the answer. That's all we were asked to do in the problem. Later on, you'll see something else you'll be asked to do with a problem that looks like this. There'll be one more step. You'll get a slightly different answer, but here, for this one, we stop here. Okay, another problem like this that has a twist to it. Again, I'm going to replace these delta x's by h's. So f of x plus h minus f of x all divided by h. I'm going to get the ingredients. So f of x is 3 over x. F of x plus h is going to be 3 over x plus h. I'm just replacing the x by the argument of the function. So we're replacing x by x plus h. And now we combine them into the expression. So that nothing was to be done in that part, but there's going to be more work in the next part. So f of x plus h minus f of x all over h, that's going to be 3 over x plus h minus 3 over x all divided by h, double fraction. I'm going to change that double division into a different type of double division. So I take this whole thing and say it's the whole thing is divided by h, because that's what we're doing. And recall that if you're dividing by something, let's say you're dividing by 5 or dividing by 2, it's the same as multiplying by 1 over 5 or multiplying by 1 over 2. So dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by half, in other words. So I'm going to change that division by h into a multiplication by 1 over h. 3 over x plus h minus 3 over x multiplied by 1 over h. It looks a little bit less scary now. Now, to simplify, we need to make common denominators of the two terms inside that bracket. So to make common denominators, I'm going to take the x in the bottom, multiply top and bottom, the bottom of the second piece, multiply top and bottom of the first piece by that x. So we'll have 3x over x times x plus h. And for the second piece, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by x plus h, the bottom of the first piece. So I'll have x times x plus h. And I still have to take all this stuff and multiply by 1 over h. Okay, now we can subtract. We have 3x minus bracket 3x plus 3h, multiplying the 3 through that bracket, all divided by common denominator x times x plus h, multiplied by 1 over h. I have a 3x and a 3x canceling, because being subtracted. That minus sign is going to hit the second term inside the bracket. So I'm going to get negative 3h divided by x times x plus h. I'll put this h down there as well. So multiplying fractions, you have top times top, bottom times bottom. So I have x times x plus h times the h. And now I can cancel the h top and bottom. It's already factored. And I get a final answer of negative 3 over x times x plus h. Okay. So quite a bit of work. You have to follow the fraction rules, you have to know the notation for compositions of functions, and working with multiple, so fraction rules in different spots, the subtraction, so making common denominators, double division, and then multiplying fraction times fraction, and all the cancellations. So it's a packed question. We'll continue in the next video.